Pro-reform protest leader Panasaya Sitijira Watanakul, known as Rung, was held in a Bangkok prison for 2 months. Denied bail 6 times before she was released earlier this month. But like thousands of inmates in Thai prisons, she tested positive for COVID-19.
The guards tried to hide the news about the outbreak so the inmates wouldn't panic. But by not telling the truth, the inmates weren't careful enough because they thought everything was fine. Even the guards kept saying no one was infected.
She was put in hospital care when she tested positive a few days after she was granted bail. But her entire family became infected. Public attention of her case and several other protesters also in prison prompted broader testing, exposing just how bad the situation had got. The Thai Justice Minister recently toured a Bangkok prison hospital visiting the COVID-19 ward. The Thai Corrections Department admitted that overcrowding puts limits on hygiene and disease control. Last year, a group of human rights organizations sent a letter to authorities saying prison overcrowding is a coronavirus ticking time bomb. One group now sees that not only was the warning ignored, but political maneuvering made the outbreak in prisons even worse.
It has led to a situation which is totally preventable. But now Thailand have supercluster in major prisons in Bangkok and other provinces. The numbers of infection have been increasing by hours.
Chronic overcrowding has been an issue for years. Repeated promises of judicial reform have been sidelined. According to one former attorney general, more than 80% of the 300,000 prisoners are in on drug charges. The capacity of all the prisons is supposed to be a third of that at 110,000. The Justice Department is considering early parole as a way to stem the rapidly spreading virus. It denied our request for an interview, as did the Health Ministry. Like prisons all across Thailand, the Notthaburi prison here has a rapidly growing cluster. Over 80% of the incarcerated population has tested positive for COVID. That's dangerous for those inside, but also for the community here. Inconsistent messages from the government on a vaccine rollout have many Thais concerned about when and how this latest wave can be controlled. But one thing is certain. If there's not drastic change inside Thailand's prison system, the cycle will keep going and put the general public at risk. Scott Heidler, Al Jazeera, Bangkok.